Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English in Minutes. I am Natasha, your host for today. If you're new here, I want to let you know that we upload a new English learning video every single day to help you become more fluent and confident in speaking English. In today's lesson, we're talking about something that holds many learners back from real progress in speaking English, and that is overthinking. The topic of this episode is Stop Thinking, Start Talking in English. If you've ever found yourself struggling to speak, freezing in conversations, or feeling nervous when it's your turn to talk, then this video is for you. We'll explore how overthinking affects your fluency, and I'll guide you with daily life examples, conversation practice, and exercises that will help you break free from hesitation and start speaking naturally. Whether you're learning English at home, trying to communicate with friends or colleagues, or simply want to train your brain to respond quickly in English, this video will show you how to think less and speak more. So, before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future English learning episodes. All right, let's dive into this practical and powerful session together. When you start learning English, one of the first things people often say is, "You need to think in English." But many learners get stuck thinking too much. They think about grammar rules. They translate words from their native language, and they try to plan the perfect sentence before saying anything. And in that process, they end up saying nothing at all. This habit of overthinking becomes a wall between your thoughts and your voice. In this video, I want to help you break that wall. Because fluency is not about being perfect. It's about being natural. It's about being able to express yourself clearly, even if you make small mistakes. Native speakers make mistakes too, but they keep talking. That's what you need to learn. Stop thinking and start talking. Let's begin with something simple. Imagine you're in a coffee shop. The waiter comes to your table and asks, "What would you like to order?" If you start thinking, "What's the correct way to say this? Should I use present simple? Should I say I want or I would like? What if I say it wrong?" Then by the time you're ready to speak, the waiter might already be waiting too long, and you feel pressure. Now imagine instead, you just smile and say, "I'd like a cappuccino, please." Even if your pronunciation is not perfect, you communicated clearly. You spoke. That's the first step. You don't need to be correct all the time. You need to be understood. Fluency grows through action, not perfection. Think about children. They don't know grammar rules. They don't plan sentences. They just speak. They listen, repeat, guess, make mistakes, and learn. And that's the secret for you as well. The more you speak, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the less you overthink. So, let's try a small practice together right now. I'll give you a simple sentence. Your job is to repeat it out loud, not just in your mind. Actually speak it. Ready? Repeat after me. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to speak. Again. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to speak. One more time. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to speak. Good. Saying these things out loud trains your brain to accept them as truth. Now let's imagine a common situation, meeting someone for the first time. Many learners hesitate in simple greetings, but conversations like these don't need to be complex. You don't need advanced vocabulary. You just need confidence. Here's an example. Listen closely. One person says, "Hi, I'm Alex. Nice to meet you." The other replies, "Hi, Alex, I'm Maria. Nice to meet you too." That's it. It's not a test. It's a connection. Now you try. Repeat after me. "Hi, I'm Alex. Nice to meet you." And now say, "Hi, Alex, I'm Maria. Nice to meet you too." Perfect. Practice this every day with different names. you'll notice how natural it becomes. The key is to train your mouth to move before your brain starts judging. When you say something wrong, and correct yourself immediately, that's called active learning. When you freeze and stay silent, that's fear learning. And fear doesn't help you grow. You need to allow yourself to speak freely. You can always learn from mistakes later, but don't let fear stop your voice. The more you stay silent, the harder it becomes to start talking again. So don't wait for the right sentence to come to mind. Just use what you have and keep the conversation moving. That's how fluency works. It flows, not pauses. Let's now talk about a real-life example, grocery shopping. It's one of the most common daily routines, and it gives you an easy chance to speak English in short, clear sentences. Imagine you're at the store and you need help. You might ask, "Excuse me, where can I find the milk?" Or, "Do you have any fresh bread?" These are not complex sentences, but many learners hesitate, thinking too much. They worry about grammar or pronunciation. But the truth is, even if you say, "Where milk?" people will still understand you. And if you keep practicing, your sentence will become smoother over time. Start with what you know, not what you don't. Don't wait until you feel ready. Talk now, and correct later. Let's try another small practice. I'll give you a situation, and you will respond with a short sentence. Ready? You are in a store. You need eggs. What will you say? Think fast. Say it out loud. "Excuse me, where are the eggs?" Good. Now, imagine you want to ask the price of something. What can you say? Try this. "How much is this?" Or simply, "What's the price?" These are short, powerful phrases that keep you talking. You don't need a big vocabulary. You just need a few useful expressions that work in many situations. Practice them daily. Another key idea to stop overthinking is to stop translating in your head. This is one of the biggest reasons people freeze while speaking English. If you're constantly trying to turn your native language into English, it creates a delay. That delay breaks your fluency. Instead, you should try to learn phrases directly in English and train your mind to respond without translation. For example, when someone says, "How are you?" your brain should automatically say, "I'm fine, thank you," or "I'm doing well," without translating from your first language. This automatic response is the beginning of fluency. To build this automatic habit, you need daily repetition. Let's do it now. I'll say a phrase. You repeat it 3 times out loud. Ready? Can you help me? Again. Can you help me? One more time. Can you help me? Now another one. I'm looking for this address. Repeat it again. I'm looking for this address. Last time. I'm looking for this address. These phrases are useful, common, and easy to practice. Say them every day while walking, cooking, or even looking in the mirror. Your brain learns faster when you combine voice with movement and emotion. Let's talk about phone conversations. Many learners feel nervous on the phone because they can't see the other person's face. They panic and forget words. But phone conversations follow common patterns. If you practice those patterns, you can feel more confident. For example, when answering a call, you might say, "Hello, this is John speaking." Or if you didn't hear something, say, "Could you repeat that, please?" These sentences don't require thinking. You just memorize them through speaking and repeating. Try it now. Say, "Hello, this is John speaking." Again, "Hello, this is John speaking." Now say, "Could you repeat that, please?" Once more, "Could you repeat that, please?" Good. The more you repeat, the faster your brain recalls it. Remember, fluency is not a gift, it's a habit. And you can train this habit by speaking every day, even if you are alone. Talk to yourself. describe what you're doing. For example, while cooking, say, I'm chopping vegetables. Now I'm turning on the stove. These small actions build thinking in English. Over time, you stop translating, and your speech becomes natural. Don't wait for someone to speak to you. Be your own speaking partner. That's how you grow. Now, let's imagine a conversation with a friend. Daily conversations are the best place to stop overthinking and start speaking freely. When you talk with a friend, you don't need perfect grammar or long words. You just need to keep the flow going. For example, a friend asks, "What did you do yesterday?" Don't pause too long. Just answer simply, "I went to the park," or "I stayed home and watched a movie." These short answers keep the conversation alive. The mistake most learners make is trying to create long, impressive sentences. But in real life, short and simple is better. It's faster, it's more natural, and it helps you speak without fear. Let's try a simple back and forth practice. I'll ask a question, and you respond quickly, without stopping to think too much. Ready? What did you eat for breakfast? Say your answer out loud. Don't worry about being right. Just say it. Maybe, I had eggs and toast. And now another question. What are you doing this weekend? Answer fast. I'm going to the mall. Or, I have no plans. These responses train your brain to work in real time. That's what fluent speakers do. They don't pause for perfect words. They just speak with what they have. Another way to stop overthinking is to speak without correcting yourself too much. Many learners stop mid-sentence to fix a mistake, but that breaks your rhythm and creates more fear. Instead, keep talking. Even if you know you made a mistake, you can fix it later. For example, if you say, "Yesterday I went to the store," that's okay. You corrected it while speaking, and that's a good sign. It shows your brain is learning actively. But don't say, "Yesterday uh, wait, no, um." That kind of hesitation breaks your confidence. Keep the sentence moving. Fluency means learning to live with small errors, while staying focused on communication. Let's do another repetition exercise. I'll give you a sentence, and you say it 3 times out loud. Focus on speaking without stopping. Ready? Yesterday, I went shopping with my friend. Again. Yesterday, I went shopping with my friend. One more time. Yesterday, I went shopping with my friend. Good. Now another one. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. Again. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. Last time. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. These types of sentences describe your routine and can be used in many conversations. Practice them until they come out automatically. Many learners think too much because they're afraid of what others will think. They worry, what if I sound silly? What if they laugh? But the truth is, most people are happy to see you try. They respect the effort. They understand that you're learning. And many times, they're even impressed. So don't be afraid of making mistakes in front of others. Think of each conversation as practice, not a test. Every time you speak, you grow. Every word you say is a step closer to fluency. Let's try another speaking challenge. I'll give you a topic, and you talk about it out loud for 30 seconds. Don't plan, just speak. The topic is my favorite food. Start now. Describe the food, how it tastes, when you eat it, and why you like it. It might sound like this. My favorite food is pizza. I love the cheese and the crispy crust. I usually eat it on weekends with my family. It makes me happy. That's it. That's speaking without overthinking. Practice this with different topics every day. Over time, you'll see your words come out faster, your confidence grow, and your fear disappear. Another useful way to stop overthinking and speak faster is to use sentence patterns. These are simple sentence structures that you can learn and apply to many situations. For example, I like is a pattern. You can say, I like coffee, I like reading, or I like walking in the park. Once you become familiar with a sentence pattern, your brain doesn't have to build each sentence from scratch. It becomes automatic. Let's try a few now. Repeat after me. I like listening to music. Again. I like listening to music. One more time. I like listening to music. Now try this one. I'm learning English because I want to travel. Say it again. I'm learning English because I want to travel. One last time. I'm learning English because I want to travel. These full sentence repetitions will train your mouth and mind to work together. Let's do a practice activity now. I'll give you half of a sentence, and you complete it out loud with your own words. Here we go. I always feel happy when. Take a second and finish the sentence. Say it out loud. Maybe you said, I always feel happy when I talk to my friends. That's a great sentence. Now another one. I want to improve my English so that. You might finish with, I want to improve my English so that I can get a better job. The more you do this exercise, the better your brain becomes at building sentences quickly and confidently. A powerful technique to help you stop thinking too much is shadowing. This means you listen to a sentence in English and repeat it immediately, just like an echo. You don't pause, you don't translate, you just copy. Shadowing helps train your mouth, your ears, and your brain at the same time. Let's try it now. I'll say a sentence. You repeat it right after me. Ready? I don't need to be perfect to speak English. Again. I don't need to be perfect to speak English. One more time. I don't need to be perfect to speak English. Now another one. The more I practice, the more fluent I become. Repeat it. The more I practice, the more fluent I become. And again. The more I practice, the more fluent I become. Shadowing is powerful because it builds speed, confidence, and rhythm in your speech. Now let's talk about how to use English in your personal life, every day. The more you surround yourself with English, the more your brain gets used to it. Start by changing the language on your phone to English. Watch short videos or listen to podcasts in English. Speak your thoughts out loud while doing tasks. For example, when you're cleaning your room, say, I'm picking up the clothes. I'm folding the blanket. I'm wiping the table. These small actions create daily English habits. They help you think in English and reduce the need to plan each word. Soon, you'll find that your thoughts begin to form in English naturally. Let's try a home routine practice. Imagine it's morning. Say these sentences with me. I wake up at 7. I brush my teeth. I take a shower. I get dressed. I make breakfast. I drink tea. I check my phone. These sentences are simple, but they describe real actions in your life. Use them every morning. Talk to yourself out loud. Don't worry if no one's listening. This kind of self-talk builds fluency without fear. The goal is to make English part of your thinking, not something separate you have to switch into. Let's now focus on one of the most important aspects of fluent speaking, confidence. You can't speak fluently if you're always second-guessing yourself. Many learners feel nervous when they try to speak English, especially in front of others. They worry they'll sound strange, or that people will laugh. But the truth is, most people are supportive and happy to help you. The only way to build confidence is to speak more, not less. Start small. Say good morning to someone in English. Ask someone how they're doing. Comment on the weather. These small interactions prepare you for longer conversations. The more you speak, the easier it gets. It's like exercise. At first, it feels uncomfortable, but with practice, your confidence grows. Let's try a confidence-building activity. I will ask you a question, and you will answer it out loud, confidently, even if you make mistakes. Ready? What do you like to do in your free time? Say your answer out loud. Maybe, I like watching movies, or I like going for walks. It doesn't need to be long. Just say it with your full voice. Again, what do you like to do in your free time? Say it confidently, without thinking too much. This is how you practice being brave with your words. When you speak boldly, you start to believe in your ability. Let's talk about mistakes now. Everyone makes them, even native speakers. What matters is how you react. If you stop talking every time you make a mistake, you will never improve. But if you keep going, you'll learn from it and become stronger. Let me give you an example. You want to say, I'm going to the bank, but instead you say, I am go to the bank. You realize the error. Instead of panicking, you calmly say, sorry, I meant, I am going to the bank. That's a perfect learning moment. You caught the mistake and corrected it. This builds real fluency. Remember, making a mistake is not failure. Staying silent is. Here's a speaking exercise to help you practice correcting yourself. I'll say a sentence with a small mistake, and you correct it aloud. Let's begin. I say, she go to school every day. You say, she goes to school every day. Good. I say, I doesn't like coffee. You say, I don't like coffee. Nice. One more. They was happy. You say, they were happy. These correction drills help you think quickly, recognize common mistakes, and improve your grammar without overthinking the rules. You can also build speaking confidence by recording yourself. Use your phone or computer. Choose a topic. For example, my daily routine. Record yourself talking for 1 minute. Then listen. Don't judge yourself. Just notice how you sound. What did you do well? Where did you hesitate? Try again and improve each time. This method is very powerful. It helps you hear your progress and track your fluency over time. Don't be shy. This is your private practice. It's okay to sound awkward at first. That's part of the journey. Finally, surround yourself with English as much as possible. Talk to yourself in English. Think in English while walking or cooking. Make English part of your environment. When you hear the language every day, your brain becomes used to it. You'll stop thinking of English as a school subject and start seeing it as a tool for life. You don't have to wait for perfect English to start speaking. You start speaking, and the English becomes better over time. Trust the process. Fluency is not about speed, it's about consistency. As we come toward the end of this lesson, I want you to remember one simple truth. Your voice matters. Your English, even if not perfect, has power. It can connect you with people, open new doors, and give you confidence in every area of life. But none of that can happen if you stay silent. Speaking is not about waiting until you feel ready. It's about showing up, even when you feel nervous. It's about using what you already know and building from there. Every sentence you say adds one more brick to the strong foundation of your fluency. The sooner you begin, the faster you grow. Don't try to be flawless. Try to be free. Let's try one final speaking activity together. I will give you a simple story prompt, and you will speak out loud for 1 minute. Don't stop. Don't think too much. Just keep going. Here's your topic. Talk about your last holiday. Start now. You might begin like this. Last holiday, I went to the beach with my family. We stayed in a small hotel near the ocean. Every morning we walked on the sand and watched the sunrise. I ate delicious seafood and relaxed in the sun. It was peaceful and fun. I didn't think about work. I just enjoyed the moment. That's a fluent paragraph. You don't need complicated vocabulary. You just need to tell your story with clear, simple words. If you want to keep improving, set small speaking goals every day. For example, today, speak for 1 minute about your morning routine. Tomorrow, describe your favorite movie. The next day, explain your job or studies. Keep a list of topics and talk about one each day. You can even use a timer to challenge yourself. These mini speeches build fast thinking, vocabulary recall, and natural rhythm. And the best part is, you can do all of this without a teacher. You are your best teacher if you stay consistent. Let's reflect quickly on what we've learned today. We started by understanding how overthinking blocks fluency. We talked about how translation slows you down, how sentence patterns help you build speed, how real-life situations can be your classroom, and how repetition, shadowing, and confidence training all lead you to better speaking. We practiced useful phrases, corrected mistakes, and built habits that help you think less and speak more. And most importantly, we realized that the fear of speaking is just a habit, and like all habits, it can be changed. Now, I want you to take this final sentence and make it your daily mantra. Say it out loud with me. I stop thinking. I start talking. I speak with confidence. Again, I stop thinking. I start talking. I speak with confidence. One more time. I stop thinking. I start talking. I speak with confidence. Keep this sentence with you. Write it down. Say it in the morning. Say it before practicing. Say it before any conversation. It will remind you that your journey to fluency starts now, not when you're perfect, but when you're ready to try. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you found this lesson helpful and full of useful ways to break the habit of overthinking and replace it with active speaking. Your progress depends on your daily actions, so speak every day. Repeat what you learn. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Be excited to grow. You are on the right path, and every sentence you speak is a step forward. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss our next English learning episode. I'm Natasha, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep speaking, keep smiling, and keep learning. Bye for now.